My name's Goose, and I am an alter in a dissociative identity disorder system. Now, it used to be like quite a long time ago now, I think, known as like multiple personality disorder, if that like puts it into perspective for anyone that doesn't know what it is. Like, I'd be surprised if you got here without knowing about it first, but just in case. So that basically means that I am one person living in a body with like a lot of other people. It's like a constant house party that no one really got invited to. And it stems from like repetitive childhood trauma, which we're not going to be discussing on this channel, but like if you're weird and you like want to know about all that stuff, like Google's your friend. You'll be able to find something if that's what you really want to do. But yeah, it comes from repeated childhood trauma, and there is a whole lot of stigma surrounding it. And there's already loads of people on YouTube working like proper hard to break that down and like educate people and talk to them about it, like start discussions, and they're all doing a really amazing job. Like Multiplicity and Me, Dissociative, like, you know, and so many others. And basically, we recently went to stay with another YouTuber who also has a system, and that was BoBoandCo. And we were just chatting, and we were saying how we reckon it might be like useful for us to keep like a video log of what we're up to, because we're pretty crap at staying on top of our lives. And but we weren't sure if it was worth uploading anything anywhere, because, you know, there's already hundreds of people out there doing exactly this thing. And they said to us that no matter what you're talking about, whether people are watching, whether it's interesting, even like any content out there that is opening up a discussion about this disorder is gonna be good content. Because like, as far as big like blockbuster movies and shit goes, like Split and stuff and like Psycho is pretty much all we got out there like representing us, which is not really ideal. Like everyone's like, so what, you have like a evil alter ego? And I'm like, nah, but someone ate my leftover Chinese at like 3 o'clock this morning. I'm pretty fuming about that. So now on to the interesting part, as interesting as this video is going to get, because it is just me talking to try and like lay the foundations of what you're going to be seeing here. And by interesting, I mean talking about everyone in our system. We're not going to start with like a Meet the Alters video, because like this is meant to be a sort of journaly type thing. And there's quite a lot of us, like there's 40 odd of us. So that would take like a long time to get through everyone. But what I am going to do now is run through like a few people you might see around, like if you do decide to stick around and watch whatever like rubbish we want to be talking about on the internet. So there's Luca, he's our host, he's 20 and he matches this body. So like he's getting a degree at uni at the moment, like goes to work, like everyone we know, like who doesn't know about us separately, knows Luca. So like to everyone that doesn't know there's more than one of us, we're like, oh, hey Luca, and I'm like, hey buddy, like, yeah. So he's in charge. There's also Christopher, he's 18 and he's like a co-host protector type, very outspoken, like extroverted, like he loves his nights out, he loves like partying and like going out with friends, dressing up in like fishnets and shorts and like all that good stuff. He's a proper funny chap. Like he'll push boundaries with like his sense of humor and stuff, but like he's never there to upset anyone. Like he's got a bit of a temper on him, but it's his job to like look after us, so it's kind of understandable that he's like that. But yeah, huge party animal, like very, very extroverted and happy at all times to like be around other people as long as he likes them. Next is JETT. She is 13 and she's a huge emo kid. Like, she's proper obsessed with like My Chemical Romance, Green Day, that sort of stuff. She's got bright purple dyed hair, like big, backcombed on top, dyed hair. Like, if you're around in like sort of 2010, like MySpace kind of thing, that's where she belongs. Always in ripped jeans. She's quite quiet and quite softly spoken. She's got like, she holds on to a lot of like difficult stuff for us. So she's usually like well polite and nice to be around, but she gets tired out easy. She absolutely loves like different kinds of like teas and stuff, and she's really into yoga at the moment. Don't know how long that's gonna last, but the tea is definitely a long-standing thing, so it's like all the emo bands that she likes. And she also has a big brother in our system, and he's called REID. He is 17 and he's American, so like if you ever hear us pop out with like an American accent, it's probably him. He dresses like the 80s just threw up on him, like, you know, bus seats, how they have like that really awful pattern on them. If you saw it on a shirt, you'd be buying it. And he adores comics, like he's X-Men obsessed. He loves Marvel, like not too fussed by DC, but he's absolutely obsessed with Marvel. And he also draws comics on the occasion he gets time to. He really likes sort of alternative music and all that good stuff. Like, think like nerd from the 80s who lives in his mum's bedroom and insists that he's going to be like a famous comic book artist one day, that sort of thing. We also have an owl called Fish. He's 9 and he is an absolute riot. He's a huge laugh, like constantly out in the middle of the night, like stealing cereal, watching like documentaries and like movies and stuff, like absolutely obsessed with anything and everything that's like a little bit gross and like nasty. Like, he's always a ball of energy, happy to talk whenever. Because of his age, we don't know if we're going to let him like use the channel, maybe if there's like friends around or something, but long time future maybe. But he is an absolute little sweetheart. I love him to pieces, and he will always be able to talk to anyone, like, so it's kind of sometimes a bit hard to like keep him, like reel him in, because you got to keep your little kids safe. Lastly, there's Rowan and Scout, and I put them together because like they usually come as a pair. They're absolutely obsessed with bugs and insects, like spiders, that kind of stuff, like entomology, I think that's how you say it, that sort of stuff. So like, I guarantee you by the end of the month there'll be a video on here that's just like day trip identifying bugs in the garden, or like today we went to a butterfly garden and it was incredible, like that sort of thing. Scout is like 11 and Rowan's about 17, but they get on like a house on fire. Scout's very high energy, like always bouncing off the walls, like he never ever slows down. Rowan's really cheery chap, but like a little bit more withdrawn, like introverted, but he's still really nice. And they probably won't be around as often if they are, but like it would be nice to see him like checking in, touching base with us, so I'll mention them too. Obviously there's like loads more of us than I've mentioned, and I don't know who's going to be coming and when, but if they do, like they'll probably just tell you who they are themselves. And it also means that like as we upload videos, you know, you can kind of pick up information like vibes and personalities from people like as time goes on, as opposed to me just like sitting here for 20 minutes and dumping loads and loads of information on you, because like no one wants to listen to that. I am fed up of hearing my voice at this point in time. Like, I want to go do other things, like go about my day. So I'm gonna leave it there, but hopefully one of us will be back to touch base soon with the fact that we've like try and start video journaling or YouTube channeling or whatever the hell is gonna go on with it. So yeah.